breaking the system, we flipping the script, stacking our skills, now we never will quit. Web3 warriors, AI minds, NFT dreams, breaking through all the lies. Talking about freedom, building the base, giving the power back, we setting the pace. Chain breakers, setting you free. Spin that wheel, build your legacy. Chain breakers, stack and believe, changing the world, one dream, one seed. Projects we love, trends on the rise, interviews fire, stars in their eyes, giveaways rolling, spin for the win. Support and stacker, let the change begin. And Web3 is the movement, not just a trend. Freedom's the mission, till the very end. Generations rising, it's bigger than gold. We're breaking the chains, we're claiming the soul. Chain breakers, setting you free. Spin that wheel, build your legacy. Chain breakers, stack and believe, changing the world, one dream, one seed. Beyond this life, beyond this fight, we're lighting the dark, we're claiming the night. Blockchain, AI, and dreams collide. Chain breakers rise, we're alive, alive. We were born from the chaos where the memes collide. Soldiers of the digital age, we ride or die. Webby warriors, stacking skills every day. NFTs on our shields, we fight in our own way. From broke to wealthy, we rise as one. Skill stackers in the shadows till the battle's won. Kings and queens lead the charge, thrones forged from code. Commanders, knights and soldiers, the legend unfolds. Rise, me militia, claim your destiny. We fight to never be broke, we forge prosperity. On the throne, queens at their side. Stack your skills, change your fate, let the world know our pride. We hack the algorithm, break the chains of doubt. Social streams flooded with our memes, never a blackout. Marketing tactics from the frontline grind. Leverage and strategy, leave the broke days behind. From the struggle to the summit, we paved our own way. Skill stackers on a mission, no more broke days. Brand butler in our hands, AI leads the charge. From Web3 to the world, our influence is large. Rise, mean militia, claim your destiny. We fight to never be broke, we forge prosperity. Kings on the throne, queens at their side. Stack your skills, change your fate, let the world know our pride. Together we thrive, no soldier left behind. From the dark nights to bright futures, we realign. Weekly wins, staking claims, the wheel spins again. 1,000 memes strong, we'll fight till the end. Rise, mean militia, claim your destiny. We fight to never be broke, we forge prosperity. Kings on the throne, queens at their side. Stack your skills, change your fate, let the world know our pride. Mean militia, skill stackers, rise and take your place. Never broke again, warriors of web win space. Victory belongs to those who fight with heart and fire. With our memes, with our skills, we'll always rise higher. Hey, wait, yeah, long neck, big drip, Gary on the chain, spotlight shine when I step in the game. Solana running on the top of the block, NFT flex, they just screenshot and talk. No rug pull here, this giraffe built real, I'm not a meme, I'm a movement.
Yo, welcome.
What up?
Welcome to the Chainbreaker Show, where we don't play by the rules and we sure as hell don't ask for permission. This is a show where the rebels, the builders, and the Web3 warriors, we are tearing it up. We're going to be tearing down the old systems, one skill, one project, and one blockchain at a time. And we're building a brand new economy powered by freedom, AI, NFTs, and stacker tokens. Every day, we're going to bring you real talk, the projects worth betting on, the people who are actually making moves in the space, and the plays that can set you and your future free. Giveaways, yep, skills stacked, and chains broken. With that being said, I'm Adrian Boysell, and I'm joined by Danny here. What's going on, brother?
What's up?
Another beautiful day. Day
How are you
two.
today?
I'm having an amazing day, bro. Hit the gym, got that workout in, getting ready to head to Texas in a few hours. So it's going to be a good
Oh, I
day.
forgot you were going to go meet with the man himself.
Yeah, gonna be. I wish I could go out there and visit Gary, but I'm going to Dallas, so I'll be hanging out with Onyx Singal and Austin Armstrong and some big players in the AI space this week.
He can make it up there.
That's right.
He
Hoping
can
that
take a little road trip.
little bro trip. That's right. GM, look, we got Gary in the feed here. There are no stinking rules, Maui says. I love that. We got Papa Evan Gary, and we got Kev on here. I liked all the V's behind Kev's name. So it's going to be a beautiful day. We got a lot to talk about today. Some interesting things. We got a lot of love, but there's also going to be some tough love as well that we're going to share. Never met him personally. So this is going to be an awesome and really fun time. What about you? What's going on with you?
Well, had to go do some work this morning. Unfortunately, made some made some moves, made a little cash. Had to go look at another job. Got back. Now I'm here.
There we go. Hey, got to stack that money.
Got to do something.
Well, what's interesting about the last 24 hours since we did yesterday's episode is that in terms of the charts, if we were going to go show this here, let's go hit share screen. Let's see, tab, where are we at? Stacker right here. If you look at the charts, let me make sure that you guys can see this all right. Let me switch this layout. There we go. Danny, you're the biggest buyer on the chart. What's that all about?
We need some momentum.
We need some momentum. We definitely need
We're
to get
trading sideways. We need bigger buys.
That's it.
Got something coming. Something special's coming.
We got dollar buys, $1.11, 29 cents, 81 cents, 89 cents, 99 cents, $1.60, 72 cents, all because they want to get on the wheel and get some free giveaways. So that's totally unacceptable. We're in this together, man. If we don't all step up to the plate, I just want to give you guys a quick recap of yesterday so that everybody's kind of aware of where we're at in terms of what we gave away yesterday. If you missed yesterday's episode, we had 7 people that won 100,000 skill stacker tokens. The value of that right now, even at the current market cap, is still almost $50. So I did that alone, and that was the one thing that we gave away. And then we also gave away 3 Meme Militia NFTs as well, which I'd love to show. Let's go over here to Magic Eden. We'll go to Meme Militia. I'd love to show you guys these if you guys haven't seen them yet. These are our Meme Militia NFTs. They're beautiful. We're really proud of them. Took a lot of time creating each one of these. They're works of art. These are 100% my art. I didn't use anybody else or have anybody else come in and help me with the project. I did this 100% myself. And
I also have an idea.
What's
You
that?
want to be on the wheel, you need to own a meme militia.
That's it. That's what we're probably going to do going forward. Yeah, so that's going to be huge. So there's 32, only 32 currently listed out of 555. So a very small amount of the supply is even listed. And then you got 71 owners. We have done a total volume of 30, which isn't a huge, but it's not 0. It's not 1. It's not 10. It's not 20. We're in the 30s. So we're moving our way up there, but we need to move this number here, this 24-hour sales. We got to keep this stuff moving, you guys. This is really important. There's a lot of really good deals here. Really good deals. You got a 0.3. You got a point. You can get a night for 0.5 right now. This is a screaming deal. You got the Commander for 1 Solana, which is an awesome deal for what this gives you access to and getting you on the wheel and extra spins and premium access and different groups and all the fun stuff that I have. And then you have a freaking Queen here for 7.8, the most powerful player on the board, gets you access to more than anything else. And then if you have all of them, you get super, super secret access to our grand council that we have. So definitely need to grab yourself one of these. You can see here a king on there for 756. So definitely need to make some movement happen on here. We need to get some movement happening, some activity happening on the charts. If you guys are watching this, this is a really important deal for us. We really need your guys' support here on this. I gave away yesterday over $100. Over $100. Let's just go back to the stacker chart real quick. We gave away over $100 in stacker and meme militias yesterday, yet there was only $59.48 on the chart. Come on, bro. We're in this together. This can't be all on me. This can't be all on Danny or Bearded. Like, you guys got to step up to the plate here and show me that you guys are in this with me. Show me that you guys are in for the ride, that you guys are going to be down, see this thing be majorly successful. So what else do we got? Let's see. We got some news stories, the current market. I already covered that. There was something else that you were going to add. You're going to talk about buys and burns, something you want.
Yeah, so we're since we have a Web 2 and a Web 3 business, we're gonna tie a little something to it. We're gonna start moving this chart whether you're with us or without us. So you can take this ride or you can sit on the sidelines.
That's right.
Start doing a little revenue buyback and burn. We're gonna shrink the overall token amount and push this thing forward. So now would be a good time to get in. Now is your time. We're giving you the warning. Here is your warning. Warning, warning, warning. Here it is. Let's go.
The camera. So on the buybacks and burns, that's a super new thing for me. You've got a lot of experience in this, and I don't. That's why I'm so glad to have you here. What does that entail?
So what we're going to do is take a little revenue from Web 2, buy off the chart, and burn the supply.
Okay.
Which in turn, it'll make the market cap go down a little bit, but it'll also move the token numbers faster in the end. It'll drive this thing up.
So we have kind of this core group of us. There's probably, I would say, about 20 of us total right now, between my friend Anthony, you, and Bearded, and a few of the other folks here that are watching this that have bought a significant portion of the supply. Does that all need to come from one person, from like me, or can the community contribute to doing that?
If you want to burn some tokens, you can burn some tokens. The only thing is you can't tell anybody when you're going to burn them because you are the founder.
The founder.
If I want to go burn 10 million, I can go burn them.
Got it.
It's just shrinking the supply.
Now, at what point does that hurt the token?
It's not really going to hurt it at all. If your token is, I mean, it does take the market cap down, but other than that, if your token has a less or not as much volume anyway, if you have, say, 500 million tokens and somebody comes in and buys $10,000 worth, your chart moves faster than it does if you have 1 billion tokens.
Got it. Well, that's really
tokenomics. It's math.
Yeah, the tokenomics thing has been such a kind of perplexing thing for me because I'm not a math guy. I'm not a numbers guy. I'm the creative guy, the relationship guy, the visionary, the problem solver. But tokenomics has been a struggle for me, and that's an area that I've learned a lot from Gary on.
In the end, it all boils down to math. Everything is math.
Yeah. I mean, one of my things, I talked to somebody the other day in regards to tokenomics, and they were kind of giving me some background on their experience. And one of the things they were saying is there's some tokens that you and I are both familiar with that have such a small supply that if they ever wanted to get onto a Coinbase or a Binance or a Robinhood or any of these exchanges, that the token supply is so small, you have to give a portion of your tokens to those big exchanges. And
problem with them is you have to do so much volume to even get listed on it. I mean, like a lot of these crap coins that are getting listed on there, they're only doing it because they're getting the microtransactions. They're making millions and millions of dollars off of 0.001 SOL, or they do it for the volume.
Gary says not true. Gary says not true. I can't wait to see what he's talking about. It's probably something I said. I doubt it's something that you said. But I definitely, if you drive demand, they will list it and buy it. There's only 21 million Bitcoin.
Right. Volume. People want it. You got to have volume.
A lot of track. So if you drive demand, we got to get Gary. So I think we should do this right now since he's here. ask Gary to be on the show. See what he says in the comments.
Gary's gonna be listed on Coinbase in probably 2 months.
You think that short?
I'm calling it now. 2 months, 60 days.
60 days we get Gary on. That would be a pretty big move. I think that would have to be voted on by the DAO, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, he would probably put it to the DAO, but
Yep.
if Coinbase calls Gary and says, "Hey, let's do it,"
Yeah,
I don't think anybody would have a problem with it.
I don't know if Gary would go for it. I think that
He might not. I don't know.
I think he's so on fire for the community. See, he said nope. I knew it. He said nope. I knew it. He's so committed to the community and making sure that this coin is stable, that it's strong, that he's serving his people, that he won't take the sacrifice just for the gains on the charts.
I get it.
They would market buy. That's the only way we list anywhere. So they have to market buy it. That's freaking awesome. I mean, he's market buying, and why not them?
Yeah, that's another thing. They want you to put up X amount of dollars to put it on there, and it's crazy.
That's crazy.
I've looked into getting a lot of stuff listed, and it's crazy.
He said Coinbase listings are net negative unless you have actual demand. That's really neat. So you're learning stuff every day. I know there's a ton of people watching this on Facebook that
we don't need Coinbase. We only need Stacker Agent.
That's right. Yeah, when Stacker Agent drops, we're gonna save. I want to talk about Stacker Agent all the time, but we're gonna save the Stacker Agent conversation when we get Gary on here. Maybe that's what he said nope to when we do an interview with Gary on here and giving him an interview. I know he won't be on camera probably, but
he ain't got time for us.
He ain't got time for us. He's too busy building Stacker Agents and raking it in. You know, he's probably had the Stacker Agent rolling for like the last 2 weeks. He's probably just been cashing out, pocketing it all, and then market buying all it up.
You know what? I'm going to build a Gary AI bot, and we'll have Gary AI bot on the show.
There we go. Get a Gary. That can be done now with what you call it, with HeyGen.
Yeah.
He said when you have demand, yeah, I'll come on the stream one day once we get Stacker Agent wallet docs. There we go. So I mean, that's coming quick. So we'll get Gary on the stream soon. If you are watching this show and you're watching this interview and you know about crypto, or you're passionate about crypto or blockchain or Web3 or NFTs or any of that stuff, and you want to come in and chop it up with us and be part of the conversation, we'd love to have you. I know we're going to have Bearded on here. I have some other friends that are into Web3 and crypto. I'm going to get my buddy Nate on here. So there's some cool people we can do interviews with. But if that's something you're interested in, please reach out to either myself or Danny. If you're one of Danny's peeps, if you're my peep, definitely hit me up. We'd love to have you on here.
I'm in the DMs with Asset Dash. I was trying to get them on the Joe show. But they're in the middle of a rebuild, and he's like, dude, we're heads down right now. He said, I'll let you know when I get some free time. So
that's good stuff. Well, I was doing a little bit of reading this morning on crypto news, and one of the more top stories that I saw, there was one by the New York Times, and I'm not subscribed to the New York Times, so I wasn't able to read it. I even tried to log in to see if I could read the whole story, and they're like, contribute to us, and I'm like, I ain't giving you my money, New York Times. And there was something about secrets of cryptocurrency. It was a kind of interesting title that they could very clickbaity title.
It was a clickbait, yeah.
It was total clickbait. One of the stories that caught my attention was that Arizona might create a Bitcoin reserve. So big news, Arizona's House of Representatives just approved 2 different bills that would allow the state to hold Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies in a reserve fund. Senate Bill 1025.
Well, there's what, 15 or 20 states that are all doing their own Bitcoin reserve?
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing, which is going to totally drive up the price of Bitcoin. Would let the state treasurer invest up to 10% of the state funds in crypto. 10%? That's a lot of freaking money, mainly in Bitcoin. The other bill is SB 1373, which sets up a general digital asset reserve, which I find to be interesting. It doesn't say crypto, it says digital assets. So I wonder if that's NFTs. How crazy?
It could be. It's probably Solana, Ethereum, ADA. Yeah,
for sure.
All your blue chip.
One of the lawmakers said that about 15 other states are considering similar moves, but Arizona is now leading the pack. Here's just some important context. Arizona's governor originally threatened to veto any new bills until a healthcare budget was finalized, but with healthcare agreement passed last week, she's now more likely to sign these crypto bills into law. Meanwhile, at the federal level, Donald Trump signed an executive order to create a national strategic Bitcoin reserve. And Senator Cynthia Loomis is pushing for a law that would let the US government hold over 1 million Bitcoin using coins seized by criminals. That is a crazy concept right there, to take all that bad money from criminals, drug addicts, probably money
No, no, no,
launderers.
no, no. So you can steal the money from the people that stole it
Yes, exactly.
and use it for yourself. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Use it for the government.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
totally cool. Yeah. I mean, what's off and weird about that? Bottom line, states and federal governments are now competing to grab Bitcoin while they can, which is going to just, I mean, I've heard people say that there's going to be $1 million Bitcoin, and I've never been more confident in that thought. So if you're buying Bitcoin right now under 100,000, just think about it. You should be able to 10x that over the next few years. So if you put
If
10
you
grand,
watch some of Michael Saylor stuff, he's calling 13 million.
is he really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He said 10 to 15 years, he's looking at $13 million per Bitcoin, which is an insane amount of money that would have to be dumped into Bitcoin. But
Yeah.
if all the governments and all the whole world buys into it, then you think we're what, 5% of the people? If 50% of the government buys in, could be possible.
That's wild, dude. That's just crazy to me. I mean, 10 years ago, when I first started getting into Bitcoin, when I started buying Bitcoin, it was so cheap. It was like under 500 bucks. And I thought it was just going to be a tech internet thing that people used. And I knew it would be big, but I didn't think it would be in the thousands of dollars. So like when it hit $6,000 in like 2017 or whatever that was, I was just blown away. I was like, I think this is going to be the highest it's going to go. And I sold all of it, made a nice gain. It was a really nice bag, but I wish I would have kept all that, because I seriously had like at least one Bitcoin by that time when it hit $6,000. I made a pretty good amount of money off of that deal. So it's crazy. But yeah, crypto's just no longer this like tech thing. Like it's literally becoming a national reserve asset, and not just for us, but other countries around the world are grabbing it up like crazy. If
Well,
Arizona,
I have a friend here that he used to be in IT work. So he went to the Bitcoin conferences back when Bitcoin was launched and never bought any. And the guy that used to work for him here as his phone bitch, as what he called him, bought in Bitcoin. Guess what he does now? Nothing. Whatever he wants.
yeah, whatever it was, that dude doesn't have to trade time for money ever again. That's absolutely wild. I mean, the amount of people that were Bitcoin haters a few years ago, I'm now seeing promoting Bitcoin and talking about Bitcoin on Facebook and different places. It's funny to see. And I was talking to a buddy of mine. I think I mentioned this maybe briefly yesterday, or maybe to you in a conversation. But a lot of people think that they understand cryptocurrency because they have their Bitcoin in Coinbase, and most people don't have wallets. I thought the stat that Gary had read off about a month and a half ago, I can't let go of that stat. Like, I know that I have personally 5 or 6, maybe 7 wallets total myself that are Solana wallets. Look at that smile. I know that smile says everything right there. And I know people
I
who have,
may have 5 or 6 different wallets to have 10 wallets in each one.
there it is. So I have multiple wallets, and I know other people who have many wallets. So if you think about that, Gary was talking about how there's only 5 million, just over 5 million active wallets
Yeah.
on chain. And then as far as Solana goes, it was like 3.6 million of those active wallets on chain were on Solana, which is why he moved to Solana. A lot of people have moved to Solana, and why I'm doubling down on that. I know a lot of people are still hesitant to think that NFTs are the place on Solana, but I think Ethereum is quickly losing market share very fast. So it's going to be interesting to see what a year from now looks like.
Well, all their L2s were supposed to fix the gas issues, and nobody's using the L2. So
That's right. That's right. You know, that was something else that I noticed yesterday, or I read somewhere on an article. In fact, I think it was on my phone. Like when I swipe the screen to the left or here or whatever, it shows up. But there was something. So Coinbase, $68,722,825 worth of XRP transfer stuns major U.S. exchange Coinbase. So I guess a lot of people we're doing transfers. But there was one thing about Ethereum yesterday that I saw. They're trying to ramp up to where they can handle, I think it was like 6,000 transactions per second or something like that. What was that? That was an article about Ethereum. Here we go. Ethereum ramp up transactions. Let's see here. Ethereum proposal could increase throughput by 50%. That's from last year. There was something that just came out. It was an article, it was a new article, and they were like saying that they're trying to ramp up the transaction speed to be able to handle like 6,000 transactions per second. I'm like, bro, but Solana is already doing that and more. So
From
they're
what I've been seeing, there's a lot of people selling a lot of Ethereum, transferring into Bitcoin, Solana.
yep,
They're jumping ship.
they are jumping ship. So Ethereum is going to flip, and Solana is going to take its place. Can you imagine a Solana being in the, in the area of $1,800 to $4,000 that Ethereum's been in?
It might happen, but it's going to be a little while.
Well, and I learned this recently. I don't know if this was from you or somebody else, but I think this may have been from Bearded or Gary or Joe. I think maybe it was Joe. I don't remember now. It's been so many people I've
I
talked
could
to
I
about.
could see a $600 or $700 Solana,
Yeah,
maybe even 8, but I don't know if it'll go. There'd have to be a lot of stuff happen to get it into 1,800.
yeah. Well, and what I was told is their supply is not fixed. That they
No,
can
it's
just go
not.
make they can just go make more
Yeah,
Solana,
they can still print more Solana.
which is wild to me. I don't understand what do you think the reason is for that?
Well, Solana, I mean, basically, it's a use case.
Okay, so they're
Once
just
they get it to a certain price, they could print more Solana and keep it at that price, or they can just print a whole ton of it and take the price back down.
so do you think that they'll ever just be like, we're done, we're not going to make any more?
They might. I don't know.
Huh. Yeah, I don't see
It
because
depends
everybody
on how
else.
mass. It's really they left it that way. I would assume for mass adoption reasons.
Yeah, probably. They're thinking bigger picture, but I mean,
Right.
then why not just do it like XRP did, where they have 100 billion tokens versus a billion, and like create a massive supply where you're never going to need to create more. It's kind of weird. It'll be
Well,
interesting
I
to
mean,
see
even
where
with
that
even
goes.
with XRP, all these people that are calling, 2 and 3 thousand XRP,
Yeah,
there there's not that much money anywhere
yeah.
ever.
Yeah. You do the math on the market cap. If you do the math
Right.
on the market cap
So
versus
they're
100.
going to have to burn some tokens to get it there.
Yeah,
Period.
for sure. Well, and you think about the strategic reserves that they're talking about having within governments. There is that strategic reserve that they have. It's not a strategic reserve, but there is a reserve, the Nostral Vostral accounts, the XRP and the SWIFT system, the XRP is trying to basically help eliminate. So there's not gonna need to be all this extra liquidity money in between transferring money across borders, right? Cross border payments, transferring money from here to Africa or here to Asia. You don't need to have those accounts. You still have to have liquidity, but it's going to be really interesting to see how this all shapes up. I think the next year is going to be we're going to see a lot of progress, a lot of movement, and some people kind of lose their spots and some new people kind of take hold.
Yeah. The next 6 months is going to tell the tale.
Yeah, somebody was saying something yesterday about June, that something's big. They think that something big is going to happen, that everything's moving towards June being a really big either bull market or I don't know what's coming, but and then I talked to somebody else and they were saying that it's going to be 300 days. I think that was Joe was talking
Well,
about.
they're going off of the Bitcoin halving. Usually you see the top of Bitcoin at 500 and with 535 or something like that number of
Yeah.
days. It's usually the top of your Bitcoin, and then
Yep.
everything starts flowing into altcoins. So we're
Mhm.
coming up on that day, but there's also been a change in administration, which is crypto friendly. So I don't think this bull run is going to have a 4-year cycle. I really don't.
Mm.
I think we might see a super cycle.
So tell me more about that. 'Cause I don't know much about that.
Well, you got to, I mean, if you have all this mass adoption coming in and everybody's using crypto,
Yeah.
the 4-year cycle thing might get thrown out the window this time. I mean, it might have a big retrace, but I think it's going to continue to pump.
So you think it's going to be longer than 4 years?
I think so. I
Whoa.
can't swear to it, but
But yeah,
with
that's
all the pieces are in, all the pieces are aligning for it to make some changes.
Yeah, I
There could be
saw.
a transfer of wealth here coming soon.
Yeah, and that's the big thing. I know that people that are, in their 50s, 60s, 70s, all that money is going to start moving our direction. I do know that. I've been hearing about it. I've been reading about it. I've been researching it. I know that's going to be a big shift. And with crypto, if we can move a lot of that into the on chain, that's going to be a really powerful opportunity. I did see. I think a lot of people that are new. Oh, we lost Danny. There we go.
I'm
There.
back.
I think a lot of people that are new to crypto, especially people that are watching this like on Facebook and YouTube that aren't familiar, I definitely don't want to be known as like the crypto guy. That's my crypto is just a tool in the bag. But what I've seen is people saying that there's stages, like you said, people put a bunch of money into Bitcoin, that price surges, the people make their gains, and then they take some of that money and they drop
They
it in,
roll it into blue chips. They roll it in there, and then they'll roll it into altcoins.
and then they roll it in altcoins. And so does the micro cap and micro, small cap coins that gets last?
I mean, that's the big boys aren't going to go in and buy, you know, a bunch of meme coins. They're just not going to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
They're going to stop with the blue chips.
Got it.
But retail is going to, a lot of these little small traders or even big traders that trade meme coins, it'll roll downhill.
Yeah, that's interesting. What I'm most excited about, I would say, with crypto that's been cool so far. Like I was at my friend's celebration of life, and while we had a break, and as we were walking in, and then when we were leaving, I was checking my GMGN app and looking at that, and I was able to swap out coins right there on the spot and make some trades and watch some things going on. I'm like, man, this is crazy to think that you
I
can.
have so been trying to talk my dad into getting into crypto, because he used to work for a company called Siemens,
Oh yeah,
which builds large switch gear. He was a high voltage supervisor.
yeah.
So he had a hell of a pension plan when he retired from there and a 401k and all that. He was like, well, I just rolled it into an IRA. I'm like, if you would let me take that money and put it over here, you could have quadrupled it by now. Because when I was talking to him, Bitcoin was at 19,000,
Whoa.
which was just, a year and a half ago.
That's right. That's right. That's crazy to think a year and a half ago it was at 19,000. That was insane. Anybody that didn't buy in that dip, I did buy a bunch. I remember sitting at a mastermind event in 2021 with this guy named Yost Jansen, who's a Navy SEAL, done a bunch of movies and pretty well known, multimillionaire. And I sat there at this mastermind event and I'm looking at my phone and Bitcoin was at $19,000. And I'm like, oh my God, it's at $19,000. I shouldn't have sold my Bitcoin. I'm going to go buy some more right now. But man, I hope this thing doesn't go down. I don't know I can't really afford to lose any more money right now. And so I'm going to do it. And I bought, I think it was like $2,000 as I was sitting there at this mastermind event, about $2,000. And a week later was at 32 grand. And I was like,
So there was a lady in another community I was in. Her and her husband they drive a tractor trailer. That's what they do. They switch and team drive
yeah.
cross country all the time, back and forth to Mexico.
Mm,
She got in the chat one day and she was like, "Hey, I have this $50,000. What should I do with it?" She's like, "It's just in my savings." And we're like, "Buy Bitcoin." That
mm,
was when Bitcoin was around 2022.
yeah.
So she dumped everything she had into Bitcoin, and here she is now.
Wow. That's wild. Yeah, I mean, there was the fear was the thing stopping me. I could have put like 5 grand into it at that time, and I'd be sitting in a whole different position if I had bought 5 grand when it was freaking 20. You know, by a quarter Bitcoin right there. That would have been nice because it'd been sitting on freaking 25 grand right now on five.
Yeah.
So, I just live and learn, but I'm not going to fumble the bag and make the same mistake a second time. I'm
Send me that miner before Ethereum goes down to $200.
seriously before it drops. I know that's kind of what I've been sitting and waiting for. Is I do think it'll go back up to 3,000 somewhere in that range, and right now it's just so low. I'm like, I don't really want to dump it at the current prices that it's in. But the things that I'm most excited. Oh, we lost Danny again. The thing I'm most excited about of all the coins is I would say XRP, Bitcoin, Solana, and Gary and Stacker. Those are really my convictions. If I know Gary talks a lot about, there we go. Here's Gary, or here's Gary. Here's Danny.
Well, I don't know what's going on today, man. My phone just went from 5G to 4G. It had no service, so I had to switch back over to my
No
Wi-Fi.
G. The OG to no G. I was just saying the coins that I actually have conviction for that I like really believe in. Obviously Bitcoin, Solana, XRP, Gary Coin, and Stacker. Really, those are my only ones that I've really put a lot of money into. And I don't have a lot of money into Bitcoin right now, but that's just because I'm building up my Solana bag so I can roll a bunch of that Solana into Bitcoin. But what would you say are your top 5 coins that your convictions?
I'm in Gotti.
Okay.
I'm in that pretty heavy.
Okay.
I've got quite a bit of Gary.
Okay.
I've got quite a bit of Stacker,
Yeah, you do.
and I've also got some Mine
Oh, interesting.
and what else is in my wallet? Some LDZ, Voodoo.
LDZ. Oh, Voodoo. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that like part of Lunar Dolls or what is that?
Yep. That's what you earn from staking your NFTs and stuff, and rev shares and all that stuff with him.
So I'm definitely not ready to talk about it now, but I've been working behind the scenes for a while, trying to figure out the potential future of a new digital asset beyond NFTs and coins. I want to be able to create another category. It's just the way my brain works. I've been studying this shit now every day for 90 days and looking at what I think is next. I think that they're going to take a lot of things and create new versions of NFTs, but taking real world assets and digitizing them and putting them on chain. What would you say if,
Well, they're already selling houses and cars with NFTs.
I know I own Parcel Coin, which
So
is interesting coin. It's way down right now. I bought $20 and I think I have $2 left at this point. But that's a real estate play. But businesses, I think businesses are going to go like the entire business as a whole and having everything dialed in your business and showing that you have all these different pieces and having the entire thing on chain. So
well, that's what Satima was trying to do before they rugged everybody with
really,
good old Russ.
oh, good old Russ, huh? So those are good ones. Yeah, Gotti I got into just because of you, and obviously I'm in pretty late in the game here on that one, but I definitely got some Gotti. I think I got like half or 3/4 of a Gotti now, or maybe a little bit more. I don't know, a couple of them, but that one does seem like a good one. Why Gotti?
So the founder is trying to put Gotti into retirement portfolios.
Oh,
So that was going to be the big play. He's got some connections. He's
wow,
he's in a lot of places.
got it. So he's like another Gary, then you're saying?
Yeah, he's a former Wall Street trader. You know, he was mining Bitcoin, mining Ethereum back in the day. So he's set. He's not hurting for anything.
Well, that's a beautiful thing right there. I freaking love that. Cool. Well, I'm in on that one. We are doing something different today on the wheel because we're going to get to the wheel here in just a minute. We're doing something different on the wheel because it took so much time. I got some feedback from people that watched this yesterday, and thank you if you're watching this right now. Thank you. Say what's up in the chat. Tell me where you're from. Tell us where you're from, where you're watching this from, and if you're enjoying the show. We're always open to feedback. I got some great feedback yesterday. One of the things was that giveaway wheel just took too long. Too much time just sitting there spinning the wheel and reading off wallet addresses. And you came up with this idea before of just doing these off the stream. But I do want to do a few of them at least. And I'm thinking the people that get the priority, at least for now, on getting onto the wheel and us doing a live, spin on live on the stream will be the meme militia holders. What do you think about that?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and load up the wheel while you can fill in the dead noise while I do that.
Dead noise.
The empty space. Let's see here. All right. Here we go.
Yeah, because Ethereum looks like it's just, I don't know. There's still some ETH maxis out, but
yeah, I've noticed that here.
Once I got my wallet drained and they took all my stuff out of there, I was done with Ethereum.
Understandable. That's totally understandable. Yeah. Yeah, those fees, man, are brutal. I can't get to that. I've tried. I've used my recovery phrases and all that for that crypto.com wallet. That $1,200 that I made, gone, bro. gone, nowhere to be found. And I'm using the same crypto wallet. I don't know if they drained it and then like gave me a new wallet or what happened, but that wallet is gone. I've tried everything. I have all the codes backed up, saved. I looked and looked and looked, and it's nowhere to be found. It's really weird.
Huh.
So $1,200 of my gains from SHIB down the drain. So
No shib. I still have some shib. Speaking of,
yeah, I got just under 100 million of them right now.
I'm probably right there with you. I've had that for God knows how long.
Yeah, and I was looking at it the other day. I'm like, man, if I sell this right now, I'm gonna get like 1,300 bucks, which
And
sucks.
I still have. So I did a liquidity pool with Chib and Ethereum,
Mhm.
and I can't find the freaking liquidity pool. I even sent them a message, and they're like, "Oh, well, just type it in, and it should come right up." I'm like, "Well, it doesn't." So I
Wow.
have FPL tokens in my ETH wallet that I can't do anything with.
Yeah. Well, one last thing I'm going to say before we do the giveaway wheel is I really wanted to touch on the subject because I think a lot of people want to hear this in terms of making money from your phone. I posted something about this a while back, and the amount of responses that I got from people and messages and people interested was just one of the biggest I've ever seen. I think there's a lot of people that want to work from their phone, and I think the economy that we're moving into, and with technology being the way it is, and phones just getting so damn good now, these supercomputers that we have. Look at that cool freaking brand hacker sticker. Is in fact, speaking of that, that is one of the methods and approaches to be able to make money from your phone. You can literally do everything on Brand Butler. You can run consultations. You can literally meet with clients face to face on Zoom, everything all from your phone now. You can run an entire business, become a brand hacker, become part of our Skill Stacker community. We have the app you can download. Like, there is no excuse anymore to be sitting in front of your computer, to be sitting in front of your phone, watching these streams and doing what you're doing on a day-to-day basis and not be making money. This is a money-making device, whether you're picking the phone up and calling somebody, whether you're sending out text messages, whether you're sending out DMs on Facebook or going to Facebook groups and building relationships in there, or you're sharing educational content, or you're making reels with your phone or TikToks or whatever. There's so many ways to monetize making money with your phone. There's so many ways now. There's never been more, and I think that's going to continue to expand. And that's not even like talking about crypto and Web3 and NFTs. Like, you could probably create an entire NFT collection from your phone nowadays. I bet if
You
you
can.
use different design apps and some basic applications, you could probably create the entire collection and launch your own NFT collection from your phone. And if you have a
I've done
community,
it.
you've done it.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
So I used. I have a couple programs: Imagine AI and Canva,
Okay.
and then I use Launch My NFT. I
Wow.
did everything from my phone.
That's insane, dude. Yeah, I did the meme militia one all from my computer because it's just where I'm most comfortable, and it took me hours and hours as of designing each of the roses and the Celtic knots and all that stuff. But man, that's really wild, bro. That's really wild. I was thinking about launching a collection, just a fun little art collection for my daughter, and putting her art on chain. She has a canvas that she painted. Where's this picture at? I'll show it, and then we'll jump over to the giveaway wheel. Right here we go. So she has this canvas that she painted of this little ghost that she calls Casper with a little do rag on, or whatever you want to call that. It's like a do rag, and I took it. I put it into Chat GPT and said, make this into an insanely cool uh, image that I can share and make it Bluey themed because she loves Bluey. And it took it and it made
Made the
this.
same thing.
Dude, it freaking did an amazing job. It kept the integrity of her actual art too, the rainbow
Yeah.
stripes and all that. So I think I'm going to launch a collection because I have multiple. I'll show you. This is another thing that she created. It's a little heart on a mountain with the little arms. Like, I
Yeah.
think I'm going to take a bunch of her art because I have hundreds, literally hundreds of pieces of art that she's created. And I think I want to take that stuff and put it on chain and launch an
You just
NFT.
just get her an iPad with Procreate and just let her start drawing.
We have one. I have one.
Okay. Well, there you go.
She's done tons and tons of drawings. In fact, if you go to, I think it's on Notes, there's a Notes app on, yes. So if you see this, there's a Notes app on the Samsung Galaxy, and I have the pen here. So
Yeah, I do too.
she uses the pen all the time and
Yep.
draws pictures. And some of her artwork is super cute. Like, where did it go? Whoops, there we go. So like, stuff like this, just cute little things. I could totally turn these into NFTs and put her stuff. Like she made this one. This one's really cute. I love showing off her art.
Yeah.
And turn this kid art into NFTs and use. I can use some Chat GPT, but yeah, we're using this stuff constantly to draw pictures and stuff, and she just gets a kick out of it. So I think I'm gonna make her own collection, little Sunny's. I don't know. We'll call it something cute with her name in it, Sunny something. But
Yeah, just sell it for like $1, do a
yeah,
huge collection,
that's right.
and put it college fund.
That's it. That's what I was thinking. Educational fun. Maybe if
Yeah.
she wants to start a business someday, she can use it to start a business. She's already talked about wanting to be a little business owner like her mommy and daddy, which we're both.
I mean, if you think she gets 1,000, you sell 1,000 of them, you got 1,000, couple thousand Solana, and it's sitting there for 10 years.
That's right. That's
You'll
right.
have good money.
She'll have some good money, and it'll just sit there and collect. And
then you could take that 1,000 Solana that you made, put it in your stacker agent when that goes live, and she won't never have to work.
She'll never. Well, that's kind of my plan because she's a girl. It's not that like I want her to be entitled and be rich. Like that's not the goal. Is I just as a woman, like just being able to just be versus having to do. And
right. You always have a safety net or a nest egg.
Right. I just don't want money to be the thing that makes her make a decision that she doesn't want to make.
Yeah.
Right?
Follow your dreams.
Money's never the thing that she's like, oh, well, I need money. So I got to do this. I don't ever want her to have to make that choice.
Right. Yep. I get it.
That's my dream. So, okay. So let's get to the giveaway wheel. Do you want to read these wallet addresses? Then I'll just spin them.
Let me pull it back up.
Cool. Grab this one's from yesterday. Get the paper out. Making money.
Where did you buy? There you are.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like the first one is you and then me.
Cool. I'm not doing me. So we'll go to you. 1, 2.
You just get me. Just get me. Go to the next one. It's EX8F4.
EX8F4. We'll spin it for you later.
And that has a soldier in it.
It's got a soldier, so 2 spins. All right, cool. Let's jump.
Correct.
Sweet. Here we go. First spin, EX8F4. And NGMI. Well, I'm glad they get 2. All right. Next one. There we go. No, come on, keep going. Go. Go. Ah, NGMI. Dude, I took most of them off the wheel. If you guys notice, there's not very many NGMIs anymore. I've took 80% of them off. So, all right. Next person
is the 7GI.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they have a knight and a soldier.
So they get 3 spins.
Yep.
So 1, 2, and 3. All right, here we go. Okay, first one, NGMI. Next one. There we go. 10,000 stacker right there. 10K. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Next one here. Last spin for you. NGMI. All right. Who we got
that
next?
was suspect. The next one is just one.
Okay. What's the wallet?
I'm pulling my computer back up. Hold on.
Yeah, you're good.
8Y DEY.
Oh yeah, they have a soldier. I know for a fact they got a soldier. I know who that is. That's not yet.
Yeah, they do. They have a commander actually.
Oh, what? Really?
They have 2 soldiers and a commander.
Oh, if they have a commander, then they get 3 spins. Yeah, 3 spins. So let's go to. Oh, that's right, because we gave him an extra spin. 7G. If you got a knight, you get 2 extra spins. So that would be 3. Yeah, 3 total was right. Okay. So this one, they get 3 spins. All right. So let's spin it 3 times for them. So
and the next one is 3 spins also. They have a commander.
Okay, cool. It's got a cape on it?
Yep.
Okay, cool. NGMI. Next one.
Soldier.
Okay, there we go. 10K. I love it. Okay. And then here we go. 10K. Come on, come on, come on. 10K. There we go. Yeah, because Soldier gets 1 extra spin, Knight gets 2 extra spins, Commanders get 3 extra spins, and Queens and Kings get 4 extra spins. So we got one more spin for them. 8Y DEY. That's cool. He's got a Commander. He bought that one. I didn't give it. NGMI. Okay. Who do we got next?
CG5E1.
CV5E1.
CG5E1.
Okay.
That has a commander in it.
Commander. Cool. 2, 3, and 4. All right. Here we go. Let's go. Okay. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Keep going, 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 keep going. Ah, so close. I'm gonna shuffle the wheel real quick. Let's see. Shuffle. Okay, there we go. This looks cool. Here we go. Oh shit, didn't make a difference. Okay. GMI. There we go. I'm going to get rid of more of those tomorrow. This last spin. Dude. Okay, let me shuffle this again.
Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah. Let's see. I want it to where there's not too many NGMIs next to each other, like that last one. Like this one has 4 next to each other. Let's see here. This one's got 4 next to each other. Hold on, let's see. That one's got freaking dude. What the heck is going on here?
Just delete 1 or 2.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, this one's dude, it keeps putting all these. There we go. That was better. Okay, here we go. Who are we? Oh, that's right. Who do we have next?
4U9JG.
Oh,
I
know.
a soldier.
9JG with a soldier. Okay, so you get 2 spins. 4U9JG. Here we go. Yes, 1,000 stacker. Come on. Love it. There we go. Next one. $10,000 stacker. Let's go. All right. What do we got next?
4AU8W.
8W. All right. Let's roll.
Don't see anything in their wallet.
That's cool. You should go get yourself a meme militia. Get yourself a second spot on the wheel so you don't get. There it is. NGMI. All right.
I mean, if you believe in the project, you should have a meme militia.
Yeah. It's all about access and
proximity. We can token gate this.
Yep. That's it. That's the plan. That's what we're going to do. Is only people that will get on the wheel will be people that have a meme militia. All right. Who's next?
9SI14.
Oh, I know that good looking fella.
That guy's got a king, a queen, a king, a queen.
So it's 5 spins. He's got a nice beard too.
And 30 or 40 other ones.
He's pretty much stoned all the time though. So, all right, here we go. 1, 4. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. That's the way you start it. STKR. Let's see here. Come on, here we go. Another 10,000 right there. Let's go. My boy. That's right. What if he just wins on every single one? How cool would that be? Kings stay on top. Oh, he got 1 NGMI. I spoke too soon. Okay, still 2 more spins.
Don wants to know where your 1 million's at.
Where is it? I did put one on here. I wonder if I accidentally deleted it. Well, another 1,000. There should be a million on here. I did put that on here. Where did it go?
You deleted it by accident.
By accident. Idiot. Okay,
We'll put it on tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll have it on here tomorrow. Okay, and then last spin. And ooh, almost to the ME Militia 1,000. There we go. Oh, wait, that was an NGMI. Sorry, not 1,000. NGMI. All right. Okay. Anybody else?
3 WWF.
Oh yeah, WWF. All right. And they have a soldier.
They don't have anything in that wallet.
Oh, they for sure have a soldier. There's no way.
You must have it in another wallet.
They moved it out or something.
Yeah.
That's
it's not in that wallet.
What in the heck? Hold on a second here. That's freaking weird. Are you into Magic Eden?
Yep.
That's so freaking weird.
No collection found.
That's odd. Yeah, that's because when I was, I gave them. I know for a fact that I gave them a meme militia. So I wonder if they sold it.
Maybe.
Oh no, they have one in here. I'm looking at it right now, bro. They have a soldier.
It's not pulling up on mine.
Look at this. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Oh wait, it's not really showing the screen. Hold on, let me switch my view. There we go. Right there. 3 WWF. Yeah, I knew for a fact that they had one.
On my screen it says no collections found.
So weird. Okay, so we got him. Okay, we're gonna give him 2 spins, 3 WWF.
I thought he had one, but I didn't know what was going on here.
Yeah, I know that name, that freaking address. I read it so many times in a goofy way that I knew for sure that they had some meme, at least one. Okay, let me share this tab. There we go. Are we back? Yes, we're back. Okay, cool. Here we go. So 2 spins for you, and then we're gonna wrap it up. 1,000. There it is. 1,000. Right on. Okay. And your last spin. What's it gonna be? What's gonna be another 1,000? There it is. Another 1,000. Nice. Another 2,000 stacker for you today. There we go. We got somebody else?
Yeah.
Yep.
Next one is 3ERNY.
Oh, nope, yeah.
Not holding.
They're holding a soldier as well.
It's not pulling up on mine.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I know for sure they have a soldier. Spin twice for them. And NGMI. Okay. 10,000. There we go. 10K. Nice little win for you today. Taco Tuesday. There you go. All right.
EZKKH. They have a soldier.
EZKKH. Here we go.
Yep.
Oh, snap. There it is. 100K. I was wondering if someone was going to hit that. All right. And one more. 10,000. Yep. There.
Man, somebody just bought this.
What'd they buy?
Nah, this giraffe. I don't know who this is.
Oh, really? Okay. We got any more?
Yeah, EFZGB. They're holding a king.
Ooh, EFZGB. So 5 spins. Okay. Let's see what happens here. 1,000. There it is. Okay. There we go. 10,000. Jeez. Coming out winning. When I'm spinning, you're winning. Unless it's right now. NGMI. All right. 2 more spins. How many more we got left?
1.
Okay, cool. Last one. One more wallet.
Yep.
Okay, cool. And 1,000 stacker. Let's go. Well, this person just made out like a bandit. They got 111,000 stacker. just now. That's about, I don't know, what is that? $5, $6, something like that. $6.
I don't know, but this last wallet has a blockchain guardians that I like.
Oh, that's beautiful. What's the wallet ID?
Hold on. 4P5YE.
5. My daughter was making fun of my handwriting last night, saying that my S's look like 5s. Okay, here we go. And they don't have anything other than just their spin.
No, I don't see anything. No.
Here we go. Oh, came real close on that one. NGMI. All right. Well, that's it for today, but we want to give you a little heads up of what the following days are going to look like. Danny, you had kind of a clearer picture of this than I did, so do you want to kind of share what the game plan is going forward on spins and getting on the wheel?
Yeah, we're gonna instead of token gating this right now, we're gonna do a $5 minimum buy.
Okay.
Which isn't much.
Mm-mm.
Next week we're gonna start shooting into need to hold a me militia. So you got 6 days to grab one.
That's right.
And from here on out, the token's going to start going up. So I would start grabbing everything you can.
There it is.
There's your warning.
We got somebody. Where's the 1 million? We got somebody. Cheaple's in here. He was asking
Cheap, cheap.
EXF4, EXE84. Let's see here. Did you boot him off the wheel?
Nope. You spun for him. He had a
soldier. I did. It got 2 NGMIs. Yeah.
Yep.
I have it right here. Okay. Not today, my friend. Thank you for entering, though, and thank you for supporting. We appreciate it. I had a final thought I wanted to close it out with, and now I'm drawing a blank of it. But ultimately, I'm just grateful for everybody that showed up and watched this. We got 128 people, which is awesome. A lot of views. The brand hacker program, I want to make sure you guys are aware of that. If you guys want to make money from your phone, there's really not a better program out there. We had another person join our partnership program yesterday. That was a $10,000 investment they made, bro. So that $10,000 investment gets you as a partner of ours for 1 year, gets you a license, gets you in, and that person's all in with us for 1 year. So we're going to generate leads for them. They get their
You know what else gets you that?
Huh?
A king.
A king. That oh my God, that's so true. Thank you for bringing that up. King gets you the same thing. And then we're going to have our course version of the program as well. So if somebody doesn't want to do the live training program, they can do the course version program. And that's what the kings get, is they get the course version of it. And then they also get to meet with me once a week, just like Bearded did. He just booked his call with me this morning. So we're going to be meeting weekly now. So he's getting hooked up for having that king. If you guys want to meet with me, there's a special link I have. Just send me a DM. I'll send it to you. I think Dawn might even have one too. But you got anything else you want to add?
I'm good.
Let's wrap it up. Let's go. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in with us on episode 2 of Chain Breakers with Danny and Adrian. This has been a lot of fun. We're going to keep back here every day, Monday through Friday. So still got a few more days this week to go. More giveaways to do. We need some more support in the charts. This is not up to me. It's not up to Danny. It's up to us. We have to show that we mean business, that we believe in this, and that we're going to set a lot of people free together as a community.
Get out, make some noise. Post on Twitter about all the giveaways and all the winnings. If you win something, post about it.
Yeah, and if you're holding Skill Stacker tokens right now, you should be in the Skill Stacker community that we have on Circle. I'll share this real fast, and then we're going to close it out because you guys need to see this. Here it is. So you can see if you're in here and you're active, like Steven is, Asylum. I think he goes by Asylum. You can see the leaderboard. You can see your Steven's number 1 for the 7 days, and for 30 days, he's doubled. He's literally double our top guy here. So he's actually crushing the game, and he's going to get 100,000 Skill Stacker tokens for being number 1. And you only have a couple days left. On the first, it resets, and we get our winners, our MVPs. So first, second, and third place. But there's activity and stuff. You can see here. Bailey posted the week winners. So you got Steven, you got Bailey, you got Anthony, you got Jesse, Jovan, Dawn right there, Damian, Alyssa. This is the top 10. And again, for the month, first place wins 100,000 tokens. Second place gets 10,000, and the third place gets 1,000. So don't fumble the bag. Get in here. There's a lot of really good stuff happening. We do events every single week. We got our base camp, our general chat, and then we have our pro documents, which is worth tens and tens and tens of thousands of dollars. So don't miss out. Want to make sure you guys get access to this. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. God bless. and keep looking up. Oh, let's play the song.
Uh,
That's right. I got to play the song. Hold on. Hey,
Oh no.
They told me learn the rules, but I broke the mold. Flipping the script while the story's cold. Education system's got a crack in the frame. We stacking skills they can't even name. STKR breaking the chains. Wait, riding in our veins. Freedom's a hustle, we built from the ground. Stacking the skills, now the future's unbound. No textbook here, just codes we weave. Entrepreneur dreams that make you believe. Waves of the west with a whistle in the air. Calling out rebels who don't play fair. STKR breaking the chains. Wave breathe riding in our veins. Freedom's a hustle, we built from the ground. Stacking the skills, now the future's unbound. No textbook here, just codes we weave. Entrepreneur dreams that make you believe. Waves of the west with a whistle in the air. Calling out rebels who don't play fair. STKR breaking the chains. Wave breathe riding in our veins. Freedom's a hustle, we built from the ground. Stacking the skills, now the future's unbound. Degrees can't teach what our grind's about. The system's old, we found the route. Web breed power, we kick in the door. Rebels unite, time to even the score. STKR breaking the chains. Wave breathe riding in our veins. Freedom's a hustle, we built from the ground. Stacking the skills, now the future's unbound.